She knew she was going to be sick. As Byron faced forward again, Lucy got to her feet and rushed up the aisle to the door. Then, ignoring an alarmed Mrs. Lowenthal, she hurried down the hall in search of a bathroom. She finally found one near the stairs, barely making it inside before dry heaves took over. She left the stall door open and fell to her knees, sweat pouring down her face, her insides like jelly. She dreaded Mrs. Lowenthal coming to check on her, or even worse, sending Angela. "This might help," a voice said softly. Lucy was too weak to lift her head. She felt a cold, wet paper towel on the back of her neck, a gentle hand smoothing her hair back from each side of her face. She heaved again, but there was nothing in her stomach but pain. "Thank you," she managed to whisper. "No need," the voice whispered back to her. "The first time's always the worst." Lucy lifted her head. Turning around, she stared out at the bare floor, at the row of sinks and the dingy mirror stretching over them, reflecting nothing. "Hello?" she called shakily. "Who's there?" Her voice echoed back to her from the bathroom walls. With trembling fingers, she took the paper towel from the back of her neck and got slowly to her feet. One by one, she moved down the row of stalls and opened each door, but they were all empty. The first time's always the worst. Without warning, a group of girls came giggling in from the hallway. Was one of them the kind-hearted stranger? But none of the girls even glanced her way, so Lucy ran fresh water onto the paper towel and blotted it over her face. Mrs. Lowenthal was right. She was pale. Frighteningly pale. "Think, Lucy, think. Try and calm down. Try to put things in perspective." Perspective? How could she possibly be calm or rational about all the things that had happened to her in the last 24 hours? She was way past confusion now, way beyond frightened. Something had taken hold of her back there in the classroom. Something had consumed her back there in the classroom. Something she didn't understand, and certainly hadn't been able to control. Something had crept over her and through her, transporting her to another place and time. She'd seen things, felt things, horrible things, intense and painful and terrifyingly real. And yet there'd been no complete picture, Lucy realized. Nothing like a carefully posed photograph or neatly framed painting or smooth sequence of movie scenes running logically through her mind. No, this had been different. Just flashes of things, glimpses of things, puzzle pieces spilled helter-skelter from a box. Things without order, things that made no sense, though she felt that they should make sense, and did make sense somehow, if only she could put them together. Frowning, she stared down at her hand. The strange crescent scar stood out sharply against her palm, and there was a faint, lingering ache along her fingertips. The necklace. Lucy shut her eyes, opened them again, drew a slow intake of breath. There was darkness and death. And it started when I picked up that necklace.